Have you ever tried to run away from a job? Maybe it was something you really didn't want to do, or maybe it just seemed too hard or scary. Sometimes, we all feel like running away from our responsibilities, don't we? Well, Jonah did exactly that. And let me tell you, it didn't go so well for him. Let me tell you this wild and wonderful fishy tale, full of surprises, big lessons, and even bigger fish. Once upon a time, there was a man named Jonah. God asked Jonah to go to a city called Nineveh, a place known for its people making lots of bad choices. God wanted Jonah to deliver an important message. He wanted the people of Nineveh to stop their bad ways and start listening to him, to turn their lives around and do good. But Jonah said, "No way!" He just couldn't imagine going to a place like that. He didn't want to go at all. He was scared. The people of Nineveh were known for being mean, and Jonah was afraid they wouldn't listen or might even hurt him. So what did he do? Instead of facing his fears, Jonah came up with a plan to escape. He packed his bags and ran in the complete opposite direction. He thought he could just leave his problems behind. Jonah found a boat headed as far away as he could get. He snuck on board, hoping God wouldn't notice. Maybe, he thought, if he hid well enough, he could disappear. But guess what? God sees everything. No matter where you go, you can't hide from him. As the boat sailed away, a gigantic storm rolled in, waves crashing, wind howling, thunder booming. The sky turned dark, and the sea tossed the boat like a toy. The sailors were terrified. They tried everything to save the ship, throwing cargo overboard, rowing as hard as they could, and calling out for help. Then, Jonah realized, this storm is all my fault. He knew deep down that running away from what God wanted was causing all this trouble. He told the sailors, "Throw me into the sea and the storm will stop." It was a brave thing to say, but Jonah knew it was the only way to save everyone. They didn't want to, but finally, splash. Jonah was overboard. The cold water swallowed him up and the boat sailed on, and just like that, the storm ended. The sea became calm and the sailors were safe. But Jonah wasn't alone for long. Out of nowhere, a giant, friendly-looking fish gulped him up. Imagine being inside a fish, dark, squishy, and a little bit smelly. Inside the glowing, squishy belly, Jonah had time to think. He was scared, but he also realized he couldn't run from God's plan. He prayed to God, "I'm sorry, I should have listened. Please give me another chance." Jonah promised to do what God asked if he got out of this fishy situation. God heard Jonah's prayer. After 3 days, whoosh! The big fish spit Jonah out onto dry land. Jonah tumbled out, gasping for air and blinking in the sunlight. He was a little slimy, but definitely thankful. He couldn't believe he was alive and free again. God spoke again, "Jonah, go to Nineveh." This time, Jonah listened carefully, knowing how important it was to follow God's instructions. This time, Jonah said, yes. He was ready to do what was right, even if it was hard. He marched straight to Nineveh and told the people, "Turn away from your bad ways and listen to God." He spoke bravely, sharing God's message with everyone he met. To Jonah's surprise, everyone in Nineveh listened. The people were amazed by his story and wanted to change. They decided to do what was right. The whole city turned away from their bad choices and started doing good things. And God forgave them all. He was so happy to see the people of Nineveh change their hearts. Jonah learned something super important. Sometimes we all make mistakes, but that doesn't mean we can't try again. God always gives second chances. He loves us so much that he wants us to learn, grow, and do better next time. No matter how far you run, he's always ready to forgive and help you start fresh. You can always turn back to him, no matter what. So remember, next time you're scared or want to run away from a tough job, just stop and talk to God. He's always listening and he'll help you be brave. With his help, you can do anything. Even the biggest, scariest jobs become possible when you trust him. And that's the fishiest, happiest ending ever. Remember, every day is a new chance to do what's right. The end.